So we move into video 4. Here's the real juice. Rodnim Events Overdue, section 3. Now, some of the points we've already raised in different parts of the course so far. Let's take a look. Rodnim, it's a smaller events management business. Remember, partnership, 2 partners, 3 managers. They have a big focus on corporate and private clients, with private client area certainly being much smaller, as we saw up top with the percentage split breakdowns. Now note that because they focus on corporate and private, certainly the area of government bodies, etc., the public sector could open up. I wouldn't be surprised the examiner brings that in on the day. Now, established 6 years ago by Amanda and indeed Safi, they'd had previous experience. They obviously were entrepreneur types. They wanted to run their own business. They wanted to run themselves. They own the business equally. Now, key point here, and we'll see this within the SWOT analysis, they are heavily dependent upon each other, and this business is heavily dependent upon these 2 individuals. That is a massive threat. It's a weakness. So, as they say, often, your strength can also be your weakness. So, this whole area of, succession or key person, as it were, is certainly relevant there. Note also, as we've said up top, no formal or informal cooperation or collaboration. I think we know why by now, don't we? Independence, control, indeed quality. Outside of that, when we think about small businesses like this, I've said several references to this takeover risk, but as mentioned, it can work the other way. This is a business that would have cash resources. We're unsure as to gearing, etc. But what's to stop them, penetrating the market further, gaining further market share by acquiring another player? I'm thinking of a strategic benefits and risks type question. Okay? In terms of the structure area, not a lot to say about the structure. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, really. They split their responsibilities between, the events management program and indeed marketing and customer services for Safi. Roughly speaking, in all then around about 40 employees, but note, they also employ temporary staff as and when needed. We're given some detail about the managers here in terms of their sort of oversee area, and indeed, as I've said up top, it seems to me that this business is fairly flat, close-knit, tight-knit, and indeed, the idea maybe of a sort of an open plan style office. Nothing untoward in terms of their background with Mirza, Dika, and indeed Jimmy. Note, Jimmy is a qualified accountant. He's been there from the off for 6 years. Let's remember reference to Mendelow's matrix. Okay? Moving from there, really, this area for me, probably the easiest video so far, talks about key responsibilities, key areas across the board. And it seems to me they've got very good coverage here. As I said up top, temporary staff over and above the sort of 40 odd people, including the 2 partners. So that concludes video 4, straightforward. Let's move on shortly to video 5. Some more red flags coming up for sure. Hope you enjoyed that one. Thanks for listening.